read a little bit from Feeling is the Secret. So, which is this book by Neville Goddard. Now, while I'm waiting for you to hop on to ask your questions. So, Neville says, night after night, you should assume the feeling of being, having, and witnessing that which you seek to be, possess, and see manifested. Never go to sleep feeling discouraged or dissatisfied. Never sleep in the consciousness of failure. Your subconscious, whose natural state is sleep, sees you as you believe yourself to be. And whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, the subconscious will faithfully embody your belief. As you feel so, do you impress her? And she, the person, gives form to these impressions and outpictures them as the children of her beloved. Proof that you are will follow the consciousness that you are. So you have to change your consciousness first, and you'll see a change in the external circumstances. You are an eternal dreamer, dreaming non-eternal dreams. Your dream takes form as you assume the feeling of reality. Do not limit yourself to the past, knowing that nothing is impossible to consciousness. Hello, Saloni. Hello, Strawberry Shortcake. Hello, Lisa. Hello, everybody. Now, I'll just read a little bit more until you pop your questions up. Whatever the mind of man can imagine, man can realize. All objective, visible states were first subjective, invisible states, and you called them into visible by assuming the feeling of their reality. The creative process is first imagining and then leaving the state imagined. Always imagine and expect the best. Okay? Continuing on. The world cannot change until you change your concept of it. As within, so without. Nations as well as people are only what you believe them, no matter what the problem is, no matter where it is, no matter who may concerns, you have no one to change but yourself. And you have neither opponent nor helper in bringing about the change within yourself. You have no, but convince yourself of the truth of that which you desire to see manifested. As soon as you succeed in convincing yourself of the reality of the state sought, results follow to confirm your fixed belief. You never suggest to another that which you desire to see him express. Instead, you convince yourself he is already that which you desire him to be. Ah, beautiful. So, Strawberry Shortcake, hello to you. Lisa Marie, good afternoon. Saloni, hi Agnes, I just bought Your Word is Your Wand by Florence. Would love to see only Florence success stories from you if you can make it. You mean ones that people send in, Saloni, or ones that I read from Florence? Which ones do you mean? Hey, Lisa, you look so beautiful, girl. Thank you, my love. Nothing better than washing your hair and having a nice lunch with friends. And a nice sunny day. That helps. So yes, what are you up to with believing that you can manifest what you desire by living in the wish fulfilled? How are you going with that? One's from your personal success stories. Oops. Oh, what's happened there? Too close. It's brought my face in so close, it's freaking me out. Saloni, you said one's from your personal success stories from using Florence affirmations. Well, I don't think I just used Florence, Saloni. I think because I was reading Neville and Florence at the same time, I was doing both. from the 90s and now. So your word is your wand is wonderful. So's Game of Life. A lot of those books that are all in that one book, she's got 4 books in one, is a wonderful thing to read. And Florence is quite different to Neville. She's more pray for the divine design. She's more, you know, pray for the highest good, pray for, you know, the best for all concerned. Those sorts of statements come from Florence. So I think, you know, both Neville and Florence go around the wheel in different ways, but they both have made a wonderful contribution to the manifesting world. And I think it's almost Neville being a man, Florence being a woman, they complete the two of a nut. Yeah, really good. Glad you're reading that. That's wonderful. Came across my seemingly impossible good now comes to pass and of you. The unexpected happens. My seemingly impossible good now comes to pass. Yeah, that's one of my favorite affirmations that I still use. When I go for a walk, I still say that affirmation. It is so good, and it is a great general one for, you know, if you're trying to manifest different things simultaneously. Lisa Marie, I quit, I'm assuming you mean. I quit uni. I wasn't enjoying it. I was feeling that for a long time, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do next in the future. Okay. Well, say to yourself, I will work it out. I will find what interests me. I will be open to the highest good. I will be led. I trust that God will show me the way. All those things. Some people go through uni, like it, and then go into a career that they don't like. So sometimes I think pulling the plug is a great way to just change the, you know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. It doesn't mean it's a failure. It just means that you tried and you go, not my thing. That's all right. Navi, being in a place, Saloni's saying same. Yeah, Saloni, you've had a similar experience to Lisa in the work sector. Yeah. Navi, being in a place where you trust the unknown is so peaceful. And it's not always the easiest thing to do, but it can definitely be that you surrender, let go, and allow. And keep your focus on where you want to go. And that where you want to go is where you're happy, fulfilled, and you feel relaxed, and you're enjoying your meaningful work or whatever it is that you're doing. So yeah. Lisa, pleasure. My pleasure. So yeah. I trust source. Myself, I trust life. They're good affirmations. Saloni, Lisa, we have to trust. I was really scared too, especially about finances, but now I'm affirming and trusting. Well done, Saloni. Florence has helped me have faith. Definitely, Lisa. Good. Jelena, how you can know that you love yourself and believe in it? By practicing statements, by doing things that make you take care of yourself, by treating yourself with respect around food, around exercise, around the company that you keep, around how you feed your mind, as in what you watch, what you listen to, and I'm referring to movies. Where those of you that still engage in reading newspapers, whether it's physical or online, and the online chatting that you do, whether it's social media or whether it is through groups, it is, what do I feel when I'm engaging in all these things? When you start doing things that make you feel better and better, you will be less tolerant to things that don't feel good. So you know that you love yourself when you feel good, and you know that you love yourself when you treat yourself better, and you know that you love you don't allow other people to treat you badly, and you reduce and sometimes walk away completely from people that do not, say, engage at that level, yes, you could do revision. Yes, you Ho'oponopono, and sometimes that's the right way to go. Other times, in relationships, it's good to step back. Whether that's a colleague at work, whether that's an old family member that has been a certain way that you don't really like from. It is about really respecting yourself. Okay? Good question, Jelena. NS. How to not expect love from the outside. SP. Love from the inside. Doing SP meditation is like expecting only, right? Well, you say to yourself, I am love, I am lovable, may divine love be made alive in me, and you stop looking for it from other people, because that is where you create suffering for yourself and where you create difficulties, let's say, in relationships when you're hanging around and waiting for love. So we have to be mindful. We have to be mindful of that. Because when we do that, it causes a lot of disturbance in us. When we're waiting for love, when we're proof, when we're waiting for phone calls, text messages, all this stuff, that's just being a childlike state, and it causes you anguish. Okay? So it's best if you wean yourself waiting around for love from others, and you believe, not only just believe in love from the inside, NS, it's about generating love. There's a generating love meditation. There is also a radiating love meditation. You got to get to the point where you're creating that feeling of love within you. It's not just believing in love, it's feeling it. Like when you're in love with someone, the feeling you have on the inside. Yes, you think it's about them, but really the feeling is in you about them, but the feeling is still in you, that feeling of being in love. So that feeling that you've got to try and get up within yourself. Okay? Now, you said, Lisa Marie, thanks Saloni, I have her book somewhere I will read it. Good. Saloni, how do I look past what a reader told me about a guy saying he will cheat or ghost me? Recently I saw he was following a lot of naked women on social media, and social media caused my last relationship to end. Okay, Saloni, you've got to give up your habit of looking at what other people are doing, because that's none of your business. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm saying it's none of your business what people do. And if you go looking, you just are saying to yourself, I'm looking from a place of second best, not good enough, and insecurity, and looking for evidence of what I don't want to find. You've got to give up your bad habits. Instead of looking at someone else's bad habits, you've got to give up yours, which is stalking, looking. Okay? Now, if a reader, meaning I suppose you say psychic or a tarot reader or something like that, firstly, you got to say to yourself, I went to someone for external reassurance because I don't feel that I'm good enough at creating. That's the first thing I got to correct. I got to get comfortable and strong within myself that I don't need a middleman. Okay? And what the reader told you is just a photograph. And you've allowed that person to plant bad seeds in your head. If someone's going to cheat on you or ghost you, that's just one person's opinion from wherever they get their information from. So you have gone there with doubt, and that person has planted more doubt in your head. Stop giving your power away to these people. I think they do great work with the police, missing persons, missing bodies, all these things. But I do think they do a lot of damage with relationships. I won't say anything else than that. I do think that, because I hear this every week, people come to me for coaching because they're devastated because of what a psychic or a tarot, and I don't think these people are ill-intended. I just think you go there with doubt, and the reader is you pushed out. So stop giving your power, okay? Stop giving your power away. You got to give up your addictive habits to get answers from the outside world, from people that are perhaps milking you for money and planting bad seed in your head. You've got to plant good seeds in your head, and you've got to protect the garden. Okay, you've got to protect it. So you don't have to just say to yourself, I'm not going to believe that because I'm in a bad state, and I'm not going to believe, I shouldn't have gone to that person when I was in, and I've injured myself by doing that, and I won't do that again. And I understand I did that, and I remember once I couldn't eat or sleep for 2 months because of what someone said, and I never went back again, and that was in the 90s. So yeah, you learn the hard way, unfortunately. I'm working on changing my love beliefs about men so I don't understand. You don't understand what exactly, love? Lisa Saloni, Lisa, yes, of OFC. I forget what that stands for. It really helps, especially in times of fear. Of course, maybe that's what it is. Lisa, I want to manifest friends like-minded like this. Yes, of course. And you can. Saloni, that's true. Steve, do you play hockey? No, I do not. Ketki, green apples. My SP isn't yet committing because of his fear of relationship. No, Ketty. Because of his toxic past. No. What are you doing that's repelling the commitment? You're putting it all in his court. What have you got going on? What is in your energy that is repelling this person? You cannot look at the other person not committing. They're not committing to you for a reason. You got to look at, what is it that I've got within me? Is it neediness? Is it anxiety? Am I trying to be controlling? Am I pushing? Am I trying to... What am I doing in my energy? And you can tell us if you want or not. Story by Rax. It's day 1. I did first, best, and Ho'oponopono meditation after you told me something day I will be a different person and love myself more. Would you suggest a meditation that I can do daily, as I have a third party and parents never like me? His parents, I would keep working on, have a look at the first best, second best playlist, go through it, write down where you feel best, and start to change that by doing inner child work, clearing anywhere that you remember that you felt second best. Clear the old emotions. Work with revision. Work with Ho'oponopono. Work with self-love meditations. Work with self-love affirmations. That will help you. It's like you got to get a little toolbox. Okay? Saloni, that's true, and yes, thank you. I need to stop social media, happier without it. Yeah, social media, I'm sorry, is a total poison to relationships. Total poison. I rarely see anything or anything about, oh, I posted something and it went really well. If you have a good relationship, you don't need to post. If you don't have a good relationship, you don't need to look. It really is that simple. We got to give up our habits, because our habits are what crush us. We are causing our own suffering when we do that. So it's like you got to give up bad habits. Okay? Stop psychics, tarot readers if you keep getting information that hurts you. Stop social media. You must protect your mental and emotional state above all things. Okay? Charlene, hi, and yes, I remember you mentioned that you go to the beach and I am free. Yes. How did you get your mind and heart to believe that feeling and get grounded on the feeling? By going to the beach a lot, by breathing in the fresh air, by repeating it, and by being persistent and doing regularly. I had to feel I am free to believe I was free. But I had to practice walking on the beach where I felt physically free to get that feeling. Okay? So just, it's doing things, sometimes I see these 2-week challenges, 1-month challenge. Those things are all, they're all a good start, but it's not these short little things that work. It's being consistent for 3 months, 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years. That's where you see that the stuff grows roots. Okay? Not saying it has to take that long, but you have to make a commitment to your self-love so that you really get where you become free of needing all this other stuff from the outside. Love, approval, attention, likes, followers, subscribers, all this stuff it's nonsense. It is. It really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What you feel about you is what matters. What you put into you is what matters. you have in your relationship between you and them is what matters. Keep your stuff private if it's private, and be mindful of what you put out on public, because you know I think a lot of this stuff that goes wrong is linked to people needing to keep this stuff private public, or they talk to too many people about it, in my experience. Okay? Josephine. Hello, and yes, I'm working on a screenplay. What are good affirmations? Maintaining productivity. Well, I love the process of writing screenplay. It's so enjoyable to me. I love that I love it, and as I love it, other people love it too. I love this is such a wonderful expression of my creativity, and I love that as I work on my self-love, I am naturally more productive. If it's good, everything you touch turns to gold. If your self-love is not good, everything falls apart. It all begins with that, how we treat ourselves, how we look after ourselves, because that's the energy that goes into everything. Our relationships, our job, our connection with money, our connection with friends, family, our bodies, all of that. Saloni, I meant I'm changing my love and men beliefs, so I didn't understand how it was me pushed out. Well, you may be changing them, Saloni, but ask yourself, how long have I been negative about those things, love and men? And how long doing the changing my beliefs? Because that has a bearing on when things change. Okay? We have to give things time. It's like nature. You plant seeds. They take time with the sun, with the water to grow, spread a little bit, still vulnerable, and then they get stronger as they get bigger. It's the same with us. Ketki, ping me. I'm also looking for like-minded. Good. There you go. Exchange details, people. That's a good idea. Josephine DeMarco, I listen to Ho'oponopono every night and it helps me greatly. Yes, Josephine, I agree. Great thing to go into sleep with. Cyberella, how do I release feeling unworthy of my manifestation? How do I release this persistent, this is too good for me feeling? By working on I am worthy, I am good enough, I am secure. You got to work on those I ams, but also you got to perhaps look at clearing why you feel unworthy. Where does that come from? Who's that attached to, as in the past? Okay? K Mendo 2, just had a surgery for an accident, cost a good chunk of emergency savings. Feeling nervous about finances and starting somewhat over. What do you tell yourself when you deal with financial blows? Thank you for the windfall. Thank you for the windfall. As the coffers go down, they can replenish themselves easily. Have a listen, Commendo 2. There is a big money success story, and I mentioned this yesterday in the Q&A. Someone sent me an amazing success story, how they attracted a huge windfall. And just put my name and big money success story, you'll find it. And also there's the interview. These were the last 2 money stories I did channel. Okay? When this goes up, within a short period, my staff will put all the links to the things I mentioned. So it just come back to this within 3 or 4 days, and it will be done. Okay? And then you can listen to it if you can't find it beforehand, I mean. Okay? Saloni, Cyberella, I'm affirming nothing is too good for me, and now it really is a belief of mine. Well said, Saloni. Well done, my love. Nothing is too good to be true. Nothing is too wonderful to happen, which comes from Florence. Well done. Ketki, and yes, I am upset. I am waiting. He isn't kidding. I got angry too. He's not pampering me and celebrating. I am sad. Okay, get away from this whole thing that he needs to pamper you. Okay, that is just, you got to do stuff for me. You got to do stuff for me. Get out of your head that someone has to do stuff for you to feel. I just got to plug in here. For you to feel happy. Okay. Remember, it is not other people's job to make you feel good. It is yours. And you getting angry about, ask yourself, am I being entitled? Okay? He isn't committing, but ask yourself, instead of getting angry at him, what am I doing that's repelling this person? And if you're angry and you're there with your hands on your hips going, he's not pampering me, he's not celebrating me, I'm sad. No, this is childish. You got to stop that. It's all right to be upset, but don't dump your feelings on other people, because you're pushing him away with your behavior and with your getting angry. You're getting angry because you're not getting love or you're not getting what you want, but it is not up to him to give you those. You're being controlling when you're in this thinking thought process, okay? So get on with making yourself happy and stop using him as the excuse that you can't be happy now. And then when you're happy and you're relaxed, people commit. And ask yourself this: am I looking for security from the commitment, or am I bringing my security towards them? You can tell us if you want which one it is, but that's going to have a big bearing on why you are where you are. Okay? Now, Saloni, my pleasure. Liz, hi Agnes, how to change an apprehension about in general. I love my SP like he is part of the divine, but other in general inspire fear and distrust. Okay. I would sit down, Liz, and write all your negative beliefs about men. Ask who that reminds you of, because it usually goes back to someone in the past, because there's nothing wrong with men in general. It's your experience or your past experience that's projecting that onto men today. Less, there are men around you that are doing not very nice things. So, but we have to clear what we have going on. Otherwise, we just keep seeing the evidence of this. I distrust men, I distrust men, I distrust men. Then you attract men that you will distrust. Everything is a reflection and you pushed out. So you got to go, okay, who do I feel distrust from, to, in my past, and why do I feel like that? Because not like that, and I want to clear that for myself. So how to change it? You got to go back and look at the past, do some inner child work, do some spotlight meditation to clear stuff, and let go and reprogram your mind as well with better thoughts about men. I love that I have wonderful men around me. I love that I see the evidence of fantastic men that are giving and loving and kind and caring. Samiksha, hi Agnes, I took your advice and took a step back from the situation. Okay, I can't remember what situation that was, my love, but if that is good and it feels better, great. Commendo 2, thank you Agnes, my pleasure. Josephine, thank you for your wise words, Agnes. You are amazing. The little Australian icons, cute. My pleasure, Josephine. Samiksha, how do we forgive someone for being abusive and cruel to us? Well, I would practice Ho'oponopono. If you go to this channel, put in Ho'oponopono playlist, or put my name in Ho'oponopono playlist, go through that playlist, especially the 14 separate YouTubes that have got a yellow thumbnail. I'm reading out of a little by Ulrich E. Dupree, and that little series is about you dissolving whatever it is in you that needs to be dissolved, the lack of forgiveness, resentment, all of that. So I'll work through that. That would be probably the easiest way. Okay? Josephine, a few weeks ago I read a great book by an Australian author called Where the Streets Had a Name by Ram Abdel Fattah. Okay, I don't know that one, Josephine. Also, not manifestation related, but almost 2 months ago, I painted a picture of a bilby. Do you ever see those where you are? No, and I'm actually in London at the moment because I'm with my partner, my man. So I have not seen a bilby for a while because I haven't been in Australia for a little while, since last year. But yes, they are around. They are around. Beautiful animals. Girly. Last night I did the whispering method for my SP and he came into my wants to be with me but can't leave the third party situation because of the baby. What should I do now? I would, girly, relax, focus on being first, best, and loved, and surrender and let go. Dreams can be powerful things, so be grateful for it. However, you do not want to interfere in anyone's relationship. The golden rule, there is a YouTube I did on the golden rule, which comes from Neville, so I would have a look at that, okay? Don't interfere if, I'm not saying you are or that you want to, but I would be mindful not to, because you don't want the boomerang coming back to you. Josephine. Sometimes I use the whispering technique to receive messages from loved ones who have passed on the other side. Oh, wonderful. That's a nice way to use it. Great idea. Sherry, how to trust God. Oops. Oh, goodness. Why does that keep happening? How to trust God to bring the right man to you. By having faith and saying, I trust myself, I trust God, I trust life. Practice it. And you practice and you say, thank you for the perfect person that's right for me. And you surrender and you let go. Trusting God is action. It takes practice, I know, but we get lots of opportunities to do so. Miksha, thank you, Agnes. I googled your name yesterday, like I said I would. It means pure, indeed, pure love, Agnes. Yeah, I remember you emailed me or you sent me a message somewhere that I read, and I have to say I didn't know that. There you go. We learn something new every day. Aisha, how to remove a third party if third party is family of the SP. Well, gotta look at, okay, let me ask you, why do you want to remove them? And Aisha, can I please ask, do not put your question up 2 or 3 times, as I will not be answering when people, okay? There are other people that are asking questions. Do not try and force and push. And you have done that about 6 times. So if you do it again, I will be removing you, okay? Do not do that. I do not like it. I do not like to be where people are demanding with me, okay? Don't. Ketki, and yes, I am happy now, but I think relationship is mutual. I can't always be happy alone. Then what's he doing in the relationship? It has to be mutual, but yes, something, SM vibes in me not attracting, something, I think SM is something, vibes in me. Let that again. I am happy now, but I think relationship is mutual. I can't always be alone. Then what's he doing in the relationship? Well, no. See, if that's your attitude, Ketki, you've got to be in the relationship and take that towards the other person. When you do that, then you do see that coming back to you. Red flag, I can't always be happy alone. Yes, you can. You're then got your hands on your hips about that, okay? So you have a relationship to bring your security towards it, to bring your happiness towards it. Ask yourself, what am I wanting commitment? Why do I want commitment? Is it to feel secure? Is it to feel the proof of love? Why do I want the commitment? Ask yourself that. Okay. Shemery, stop blowing up the feed and just put your question once. Yes, exactly. Aisha, I'm not going to be answering your question because I don't appreciate when people do that. So that's how that goes. Shimmery, how do you determine or decide when is the right person for you to choose or manifest? Good question. I think the best way is how you feel when you're around them. Are you bringing your joy and your happiness towards them, and then you feel that they're coming back to you? They've got similar values, they've got similar interests. Not saying you have to have all the similar interests, but I do think you need to have, like, say someone's drinking and smoking and the other person is living a vegan lifestyle and they don't have substances that they have, then that's going to be difficult at some point. So I do think you need to have certain things, the basic things in common. I mean, with my partner, we both love cooking. We both love eating healthy food. He probably likes to do high intensity sports. I don't at all. So that'd be something he does on his own and I go and watch and have a giggle. So you don't have to have everything in common, but I do think you have to have some basic values in common, let's say. Okay? So it's how you feel when you're around the person. Get to know people slowly so you see who they really are. And don't have sex too quick, too fast. Because once you have sex and you do the horizontal cha-cha, you end up where you get clouded by the chemistry if it's good, and then you don't see people clearly. I think it's slowing down on the physical stuff and seeing how people are with their family, with their friends, with you. And do you have the things in common that are important to you? That would be what I would say, Shamiri. Saloni, my sister's husband has said really terrible things to me and always ignores me. Now when family gets together, I often feel invisible and I don't understand why. How can I change this dynamic? By working on your self-love, radiating love out, and letting go. Forgive him. He's also been disrespectful to my parents, even physically abusive once. Okay, well, setting boundaries there and standing up to when someone's being a bully is probably a good idea. And also, I wouldn't be around him at all if that's how he is. And I would highly say your parents aren't around him either. My sister never stands up for me or my parents. It's up to you to stand up for yourself, Saloni. You're an adult. It's you. Okay? Whatever your sister is going through, she's obviously picked somebody that isn't very nice and is disrespecting the whole family. So your sister can't stand up for herself by the sound of it, so she's not going to be able to stand up for you. You do it. You got to do it. Okay? Do not, and also if people are abusive, just step away and move away and get away from them. Do not be in the same room. Do not invite them. It's really simple. It's always about boundaries. Okay? And also, I am secure and I am safe. Practice that. All right, everybody. Aisha, that's right. You shouldn't do that. And when you do it, people call you out. People don't answer your questions. So yeah, we learn the hard way, my love. All of us. DS8, hi and yes, hello. FFFF student, does Ho'oponopono always work? I applied Ho'oponopono on a couple of issues for 2 months, but I didn't see any. Am I doing something wrong? No. Continue. Persist. Not everything resolves itself in the time frames that we think it should. Let go of thinking there is time frames that net. Okay? And allow things to flow when the timing is right. Things will change when we let go of control. Shamira is avoidant to everyone in their life, just me. That would not be a great person to choose, correct? Well, if someone's avoidant, you got to ask why. Are they people that are needy, that are pushing and trying to control? People aren't avoidant for no reason. We've got to look behind what they do, and we've got to look at what we, the people around them, are doing to them. Okay? Because it's not always about someone just being avoidant. It's sometimes about Who are they around and what are those people doing? Okay? All right, everyone. I am going to scoot off and I'll see you next week, same time, 5 p.m. UK time. And it will be again Wednesday and Thursday. I'm sticking to that for now. And I will see you all soon. Wonderful questions. And I love breaking down the mechanics of this with you guys because it's important. It is important. Lots of love, everyone. And I will talk to you next week.